When Marines join the Marine Corps, they're joining an organization that has thousands of predecessors who built a reputation. We're the toughest, most feared force in the world. And we don't surrender that reputation except at our own peril. The reason nobody wants to fight us on the battlefield is because they know our reputation, whether it be Belleau Wood or Iwo Jima. They know what we're like. And so you don't want to surrender that reputation. Every Marine who comes in the Marine Corps, every single one of us, must leave the Marine Corps in as good a condition or better than we received it. And your own personal behavior is often what is going to set that reputation, for better or worse. And no Marine has the right to reduce our reputation. We must all work together, look out for one another, and keep each other on the right path to strengthen that reputation of no better friend, no worse enemy. That's what we're all about.
Dinner. This always kind of made me giggle. This is an obvious sign of legalism. It's a misplaced priority. These Pharisees, they tried to stick to the letter of the law and they kept getting it wrong. Now, it doesn't tell us in Scripture that the Pharisees marveled at the works of Jesus. They were too busy looking for something to criticize. Mark 3, verse 2. But they marveled at Jesus not washing his hands. There's a scripture in Matthew 23, verse 24, that speaks of straining out a gnat and swallowing a camel. That's exactly what this is about. Kind of like remove the log out of your eye before trying to remove a speck of dust from your brother's. You know, those who are trying to earn righteousness by keeping the law, they're consumed with doing and works, while those who receive righteousness by faith.
I hate to see that evening sun go down. That evening sun go down. Bum, 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 bum. I hate to see that evening sun go down. That evening sun go down. Bop, dee, ba, da, da. That man of mine has done left his time. Bum, bum, bum.
You get your head examined.
You ought to see a psychiatrist.
Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I'd better see a I'll go see a doctor.
Egad, what a night! I saw them do this in the movies. How are you, laddie boy? Any similarity between me and the doctor is purely accidental.
I think this guy's balmy.
Sit down, stand up, bend over, straighten up, open your...
Don't you hate when people ask you questions you don't want to answer?
Absolutely.
A friend of mine says to me, "Hey, Dom, do I look fat to you?" I says, "No, not to me, but to everybody else. To me, you're just big-boned." I love that big bone cop. You know, I'm not really fat. I'm very big bone. Oh, isn't it amazing how you have those big fat bones in your butt? That's a pretty big bone you got hanging over your belt there, Benny. You know what you need? A marrow reduction. That's what you need, you big tub of lard. I don't mean that in a bad way. Hey, don't you hate when people ask you questions? When you love them, Doc? People that you love, you ask, you don't want to hurt them. My cousin Louis says to me, "Hey, Dom, is my head too big for my body?" Now, what am I going to say? Hey, look at the bright side, Louis. A lot of people you can't even recognize from 800 yards. But you, it's like a close-up. Every feature crystal clear. Come here. Let me shrink from your jowls. Nerve endings don't go that far, do they?
Let me show you another option you have with a question like that. Just you be cousin Lou. Is it cousin Louis?
Yeah.
And I'll be you. You asked me that question.
Right now we're coming out with Android iOS, and what's really cool about it is we don't give something raw which you don't know what to do with. We really created an API which is very similar to things you're used to. So you can take that same game, which today you control using the motion sensors, and within hours, maybe even less, just switch that with this realistic control, and it the power it gives to your games, and you saw it, experience it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, over the next few years, Google Glass has a sensor just for the eye. It doesn't even, it's not even a camera, and it uses very little power because it's watching my eye all the time. I've already run software on it that lets me wink to take a picture or something like that. Are you thinking about how to integrate this stuff into wearables like that?
You can already imagine. One of the things that happens, if my screen's over here, I can touch it. But if my screen's over here, I don't really have any way of, interacting. So I have the voice. But the most natural thing is, and imagine, you look up at the screen and it responds. God
damn it.
I hate this game.
I don't want to play this anymore, Joe. I'm already regretting saying, yeah, sure, we'll play some Beavis and Butthead. It might be better. At least, okay, you know what, right here, fine. Fucking bunghole.
TP for my bunghole.
Bunghole! Bunghole! Motherfucker! Oh, wow, that's a lot. What are you doing?
I ain't doing nothing. Oh shit, that was a 1-up. I'm sorry.
Can we go back in?
We can try.
And
Dun, 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 dun.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Esas pavas todavía viven en Highland. Porque molaría.
¿Queréis ver algo que mola de verdad?
You need money for the meter, money for the toll. Don't turn on the heater, daddy's on the dole. They tell me that the devil pays good money for your soul. We don't got no dough. Tell me there's $1 in the pocket of your jeans. Need money for the baby, the bacon and the beans. I'd buy you a dozen roses, but I just don't have the means. Don't got no dough. Sorry, Mr. Landlord, I cannot pay the rent. Run down to the bank and ask them where my money went. Then come back and tell me just who overspent. Mister, let me tell you, I blame the government.